Hi everyone, welcome to 5 Minutes with the Guru. I'm Peter Nonamaka. Well, it's been 12 months since we went into lockdown with COVID-19. It's been a year of ups and downs of markets and ups and downs in our lifestyles. And I think we won't forget this forever and definitely have many stories for our grandchildren, that's for sure. Now in the last 12 months, I think we've had a lot of trauma in the financial markets, which we paid a lot of attention to. But now things have settled down a bit. I think we need to get back to basics. We've had recent times of having a property boom, and it's just going off at the moment, and that's led by a number of different things, but mainly by the low interest rate environment we're in at the moment. The share markets had a major collapse last March in 2020, and that's built up somewhat to be in most countries record level equity markets. And sometimes you think when we're at record levels, we've only got one way to go, which is straight down, but that's not the case. I think the last record was, a long time ago, and we need to make sure that the fundamentals are right and everything is quite positive going forward at the moment. So it's a time that we need to reflect on what's happened in the last 12 months, but make sure we're planning ahead and get basic stuff right, okay? So I want to make sure that you continue, if you're working, I want you to make sure that you still continue with your savings plans, regularly contributing. I want you to continue with your salary sacrifice and make sure you get your tax benefits with that. If you're on the pension, you had your account-based pensions able to be cut in half if you didn't want to draw down as much when the markets dropped. So the government let you do that the last couple of years. Starting 1 July 2021, they'll go back to your normal drawdown rates. If you're unsure of anything that I've just said about savings plan or superannuation contributions or pension drawdowns, give us a call at Hill Ross MacArthur, because that's what we do to make sure that you're comfortable, things can work in with your cash flow, and you're not financially stressed one way or the other. We need to be financially fit. We need to, like a good diet, a bit of everything, not too much of anything, bit of shares, a bit of property, a bit of cash, a bit of fixed interest. Everything's mixed up in your portfolio to give you a consistent return. Whether you're young and you just want growth, the ups and downs of the markets don't matter too much because you're not going to touch it till up here. If you're in pension phase and you're concerned about the volatility, you'll be a little bit more conservative typically, so the bounces are a bit less. But we need to make sure that you're in the best shape you can be financially. Now, I've just had some sad news in the last week. A good friend of mine, financial planner, just passed away at 51. Very sad. I want to make a point to you and tell you a little story. In the year 2000, we worked really hard, and at that stage we could have overseas conferences if you were in the top tier financial planners. Anyway, I went across to Egypt with my friend's parents. Now, they were financial planners back in 2000. My friend is a second generation financial planner. Now, his father, when we went away, was a big unit, bit overweight, and consequently he's passed away. My friend he was a big unit, very much overweight. And it was always a concern to me, being friends with him and him being so overweight. Now, I don't know exactly if that's why he passed away, but I assume it had a lot to do with it. So when you're talking about being financially fit with your investments, I want you to be financially fit personally. I mean, there's no use being the richest guy in the graveyard, right? You want to live a long, healthy life, and we want to make sure your investments live a long, healthy life, right? So my advice to you is to make sure that you do get your health checkups, particularly in the last 12 months when we've talked about COVID and everyone's worried about their health. Make sure you're financially fit, make sure you're personally fit, because remember, the rest of your life starts right now. Make it a good one. Cheers.